Hello YouTube, it's me again. I want to talk about this situation that's going on YouTube amongst the Red Pill brothers around colorism, sparked by the SBW video. It's a tragedy. I listened to Viva Tito Sancho last night, Sunday. He did a video. He said it was the definitive video on colorism, and it was definitely excellent. It was very good, and there was so much truth in it that I hope everyone had the opportunity to listen to it. But I just wanted to pipe in because I thought long and hard about what he said about possibly withdrawing from producing videos because he's disillusioned by this current conflict. And I get it. I understand. Initially, I didn't get it, but I get it. It's not cool. So I looked at it from the perspective of being a general in a war. What would I do if all of a sudden I had a fraction of my troops creating division? If I controlled an army and I heard about this, I would find those people and I would take them and I'd shoot them. I'd line them up and I'd shoot them. And if there was any grumblings, I'd find the people grumbling and I'd shoot them too. And the reason I would do it is because this is a formula for defeat, divide and conquer, and we're doing it to ourselves. I'm going to tell you, as an Israelite, there has been a current of colorism amongst Israelites for a long time. There's a segment of Israelites who believe that it's really only the dark-skinned Israelites that are really Israelites, and they base all of that on the first 3 books of the Torah that talk about race. But what they don't deal with is the fact that we're in captivity, and we're in a different level of captivity than what the Israelites experienced in Egypt. Even when they were following Egyptian gods, they knew they were Israelites. They were just going astray. They knew who they were. They had elders and they understood all of that. That's not the case for the black Americans. Not the case at all. And I don't believe that it's going to be the strict Torah-based definition of who's an Israelite and who's not. I think people know who they are based on whether or not they've experienced the curses. If you've gone through all of those curses, then you know who you are. If you've been called to this, you know who you are. It doesn't matter if you're light skinned or black as tar. It doesn't matter. You know who you are, and you know what you are. Getting back to the broader community of black Americans, those of you who are, getting pumped up, because you just happen to get that dominant gene more prominent in your bloodstream, causing you to be darker with more melanin than someone else. That shit don't mean nothing. Especially if you can't hold your tongue and allow us to unite and achieve some things. You want to pull that shit after we've liberated ourselves? I don't welcome it, but I could certainly accept it better than I do, given we got a lot of chains to break and we got a lot of asses to kick, and most of them ain't black or brown. So I just don't get where someone would be coming from to make that an issue. And let me just get back to this mulatto thing. And I gotta say this 100 times. You guys are all anti-mulatto because of what happened during slavery. And let's just deal with that. The mulattoes that betrayed us were fathered by white men. There were no black father, white mother mulattoes in the slave quarters. Okay? They were all fathered by white men. And they behaved like white men because they were white men. The Bible and science says that the Y chromosome and the X chromosome contributed by a man controls a person's lineage. And if you understand anything about DNA, there are certain traits that pass on that are not just physical, but there are emotional and intellectual characteristics that are passed on. Given that, if the father is black and the mother is whatever, the children are black. Period. They feel black, they act black, and we got no history of black father, white mother mulattoes betraying us. We don't have that history. So it's a mute argument. It's an argument over theory, and it doesn't require any thinking also to come up with that, because you're not thinking it through. If you thought it through, you would realize that you're talking about white fathers, black mothers, mulattoes in our community fucking things up. But you didn't think through it. You didn't think it through. You just decided to throw division into the mix and try to destroy whatever progress we've made under this red pill brother banner. And I'm asking you to withdraw. Withdraw. You're wrong. Get off it. You're wrong. You're creating a lot of damage, and you need to stop. You're wrong. You're lucky we don't have an army, and you're lucky I'm not in charge of that army, because I'd take you out and shoot you, whether I liked you or not, whether you were my best friend or not, whether you were my brother or not. If you were creating that type of turmoil, you wouldn't survive in my army. I'm out, guys.